In your Multicultural Spotlight, you can again get a non-binary marker added to your state ID at the BMV. The BMV stopped allowing them a few years ago. News 8's multicultural reporter Katira Winfrey explains how a court ruling is forcing the return.
It's been somewhat of a legal tug of war for several years, according to the LGBT Law Project, a branch of Indiana Legal Services that filed the initial lawsuit. While they can claim this moment as a victory, they say they do expect more appeals, so now is the time to act. Non-binary gender marker options are back, at least for now.
Having an accurate and affirming ID is always a cause for celebration because it both says to the world, like, this is who I am. You treat me as such.
But if history repeats itself, LGBT Law Project Interim Director Megan Stewart says it's not written in stone. The debate to allow non-binary markers for people who don't identify as woman or man kicked off around 2014.
You can get a U.S. passport with a non-binary gender marker, and to get that, you just simply choose your correct gender as you would your height or your weight.
After some state law clarification in 2017, the BMV moved forward with updating its systems to allow the option. But after the then Attorney General said the BMV didn't have the authority to offer them, the agency rolled it all back. So LGBT Law Project sued.
Around that same time, the BMV started complying with the court order, and it is now issuing IDs with non-binary gender markers, despite the fact that they're also appealing the decision.
Stewart also serves as director of advocacy and says allowing non-binary gender markers is a tool that also offers safety. She says if your ID doesn't match with how you present, it can open up a person to violence.
If you use that ID, at the liquor store, at the gas station, wherever it is, if there's a mismatch between what's on your ID and how you present, that is a point where lots of people can be subjected to violence, and having an accurate ID can help prevent that.
The LGBT Law Project is a nonprofit, so they have a fundraiser coming up next week to continue to support their legal work. Reporting in Indianapolis, Katira Winfrey, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and like us on Facebook.
Katira reached out to the BMV and received this statement. The BMV is issuing driver's licenses, permits, and identification cards with a non-binary gender marker as required by a Monroe County court for individuals who provide required documentation. This case is under appeal, and we do not comment on pending litigation.